Holy bananas. This is steep. Ah, that was nuts. Oh my gosh, what are you doing with my luggage? You'll find me.
Hey, my name's Alex. This past summer, I trekked around solo through Switzerland and Italy. I journeyed across land, water, and sky with so many unexpected happenings along the way.
This is wild up here. I'm like hiking around in a cloud right now.
Throughout my adventures, I went on hikes, had some of the most incredible food and drinks, and found the party scene.
Let's take some shots.
With only a backpack on my shoulders, a heart full of dreams, and some new friends for life, come with me on my adventure of a lifetime as I trek around and find out.
Last episode, I took the royal ride on top of the gondola from Wengen to Mannlichen, where I did the royal walk straight up to the peak. After, I did the North Face Trail in Trummelbach Falls. My night at the hostel got a little foxy and I made lots of fun new memories. Today though, I'm heading on another big hike up into the clouds of the Jungfrau region. Might do a little singing too. Shall we trek around and fog out, y'all?
Gosh, look at this.
Yeah, I tried to hike a mountain in Colorado once. It was not quite a 14er.
Sure. Good morning. Wow, beautiful morning here. Definitely got some cloud coverage, but I actually think the rain might hold off aside from a few droplets. It's actually very interesting. So yesterday there was like rain rolling in and there was a double rainbow, which was phenomenal because I went up to Mürren to get that good to go meal, which was actually pretty good. 2 burrata salads, a big thing of mozzarella, and then 2 like pretzel buns with butter in the middle, all for $5.90 a franc, I think. Pretty good deal, honestly. But I came back down to the hostel and had some dinner, cooked in the kitchen with one of the people who actually works there. Very, very sweet person, and she was making some dessert cakes for the desserts on the hostel menu. And we chatted, we had a really, really nice talk. And then I went down and ate with someone from San Francisco outside, and then the night just kind of started. Some of my friends from the previous night came back in, and I met some of their friends, and it was just like we were all hanging out. Eventually I started a campfire. Thank you very much. I did have fire starters, but I did it and it was amazing. There was also a fox. This like fox that like came up and was like kind of messing with us. It was like getting super close. What is he doing?
He's having a nap on the couch.
He's chilling. But we were trying to keep it away. Eventually we went inside and played President, and it was a really nice night again. I got to bed a little earlier this time, so I got more sleep, so I'm feeling more rested, because today I am trying to hike to the top of the Schildhorn. We will see how it goes. If I get to Birg and the cloud coverage is still pretty bad, I might not finish it. I might just end there and head down, but we'll see if we can make it all the way. Might be quite an adventure, and then we'll see what we get into after. But come along and let's enjoy the view.
I left a friend who was going on a different hike than me, and I began my journey upwards into the woodlands of the Jungfrau region. Now, it's pretty steep at times, but eventually it does start to level out somewhat, and I would recommend getting an all trails map because there's lots of different trails in the area, so you want to make sure that you're going in the right direction. But I also stumbled upon some really cool ski things. This area is super known for skiing during the winter, and it's the Swiss Alps, of course. If you like skiing though, hit that subscribe button below because you are not going to want to miss my next series dropping around July. As I began to get even farther and farther upwards, I saw snow on the mountains in the distance, and some of it even looked pink. I also stumbled upon a fox, and I had to take a moment and be like, was this the fox that was terrorizing us last night? If you think it was, let me know in the comments. I also saw the Honesty shop again that I had passed earlier in my week, and I used the restroom there. The views began to unfold more and more as I journeyed onward, and there was even a really cool moment where some birds all flew by me, and it's just like, wow. I love nature, I love this place, I love this area. I then began to really start my ascent here soon. And there's signs that guide you, so just make sure that you're paying attention to that or your All Trails map. But eventually it started getting even more and more steep once I crossed over some rocks that were probably waterfalls. I'm assuming that they're waterfalls during the earlier season, but because I was here later in the season, there's not really as much water going on.
My ears are popping. We are getting so high up. I'm about to go into the cloud coverage, and then I'm wondering if we're gonna eventually end up on top. I think I'm gonna actually, because of the route I'm going, I'm gonna just skip Birg and go straight to Schilthorn, and then take the cable car down to Birg to check out that, and then back down to Mürren. Wow, this is stunning though. But oh my gosh, it is like straight uphill, baby. Woo, here we go.
It just got more and more steep as I went on, and I did start to get a little bit nervous, if I'm being honest. I eventually hit this point where it was like, I am about to enter this cloud. And I was like, this is a little bit scary and a little bit much for me. But you know, I just kept on keeping on.
Holy bananas. This is steep. Ah! Okay. We got this.
I eventually hit this thing that was basically bolted into the wall to keep you safe.
That was nuts. I had to use like ropes that were against the wall. Oh, wow. For a red white, this one is something else. Wow. I feel like we're in, I feel safer. Wow, I did it. That was cool though, but wow, I will never do this hike again.
The area really leveled out, and I also was able to see the lake nearby. I also could see the gondolas going up to the Schilthorn and back down to Birg in the air through the fog. It was wild.
It's like Children of the Corn, but instead of Children of the Corn, it's Children of the Cows. And they're across this lake through the fog. This is wild up here. I'm like hiking around in a cloud right now. I know I said I would never do this again, but I would maybe do this again if I brought like hiking proper gear and stuff. And yeah, but I am just gonna go to Birg because that was a little much for my heart rate and my adrenaline for the day.
I began to near Birg and was struck with some inspiration.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but this hike is so delightful. And since we know a place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Cowbells ring, are you listening? In the hills, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter alpine wonderland.
After my snowy stop, I continued on upwards, and I began to make my way through some construction, it seemed, in order to get to Birg.
They're doing a lot of construction up here, as you can tell, so I just am hoping I'm going in the right direction.
I eventually made it to the thrill walk, and the thrill walk is very, very cool if you are a thrill seeker. I am definitely a thrill seeker, but these things for some reason just freak me out. Luckily though, with the fog, I wasn't able to tell how high I was completely, so I was feeling a lot better with it all overall. But there are a variety of different thrill type things that you can do and experience, so if this is up your alley, check it out.
I made it through the thrill walk to the top. Yeah.
I made my way back down through the fog, and eventually I came out on the other side and began my descent back to my charming town of Gimmelwald, where I'm staying. Construction during the late summer months seems to be a thing out in this area, so be prepared for some of that while you're visiting. After though, I found my way to another honesty shop, and this one was a lot bigger. They had a lot more things here, and I was like, I want to bring something home. So I did end up getting a few things, and one of the things I got was this bracelet. I started getting a bracelet in each city, so I was like, let's just keep it up. Once I got back to the hostel, I ate, and then we all decided to go out for the night. And people have been talking about going to Mürren, some people who come here each summer, so they decided to take us to this hotel up there that has a lovely, lovely cocktail type bar area, and it was really, really cool to see Mürren at night also. But yeah, we got to the Tachi bar up in Mürren, and we sat down and we ordered some bevies. And the inside, it's just a nice vibe. There's some lights, and it's good vibes. The cocktails are certainly expensive, but I think that they are worth it if you get something maybe off the beaten path. They even bring you some nuts too, so you can have a little snack while you're chilling out. We might have gotten a little too bumpin' because I can't remember who, but someone accidentally broke a glass. Or it might have just been bumped.
Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh, what are you doing with my luggage?
No, just a memory. The guitar. My sweet friend and I decided to spend some time singing together around the campfire, and it was so nice.
Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind. High me, where troubles melt like lemon drops, so high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me.
Where are you?
Lone survivors.
I'm truly so lucky to be able to go on this adventure, and this night was such a special night. I look forward to showing you my final day next week. Have a great day, everyone.